Hi, this is Tech Talks by George and District 84 here in Central and Northern Florida. Today, I would like to discuss the use of the audio function in the Zoom because I think that we could be better Toastmasters if we knew a little bit more about how to use the audio function of Zoom. So that's what we're going to get into. Let's take a look. Now, you all would probably know how to hit the mute button in the lower left-hand corner down here. So you can turn mute on that way. But another thing that I do each and every time, and I would encourage you, is to, before you even get on, test your microphone. Make sure that your microphone is the correct microphone that you have. You can see in this case I have several microphones available. But do I have the one I want to use? In this case, yes. And the same with the speakers. You can have external speakers set up, but the Zoom will recognize those speakers and then let you know that you could choose them too. But one other thing I want to draw to your attention is this test speaker and microphone. I'm going to click on that, and almost immediately you'll hear a tone playing like this. Now this indicates that my speaker is working just fine. So I'm going to say yes, and then it'll take us to the microphone test function. And then it's listening for me to use the microphone. Once those pass, then you can end the test. And then you know your microphone and your speakers are all set up before the meeting ever starts. Now you can have this on mute, by the way, and still do this test, so you're not disturbing anyone. And I don't believe you disturb anyone anyway when you're doing the test of your speaker and microphone. They don't hear it. Well, that's how that functions, but let's take a deeper look of the audio setup. And that's why we're here today in the first place, to become better Toastmasters using the audio settings. And you can see that we just tested our speakers and microphones right here. We're not going to do that again, but I want to draw to your attention right here where you can automatically adjust your microphone volume or let it be manually done by you. I've watched some other YouTube videos and they suggest that it's better if you manually adjust it. And they said to manually adjust it kind of high, but not at 100%. Another thing that you can do is adjust your background noises. You can have it automatically adjust. Now, if you just have low background noises, you can have those mollified or lowered. Medium with a computer fan or pen or tapping. Or if you have that dog barking in the background. Recently, I had some people mowing the grass out front of the house, and it was pretty high, so I used the high function on here. Well, another thing I'd like to draw to your attention is this show in meeting option to enable original sound. With that, you can see, with that on, you can see that I have it over here, and currently it's turned off. Now I'll close this. Now I will turn on the original sound. What that does is it mutes. What that does is to eliminate the auto suppression that we had on. But if you have a clean, clear background then you can turn this on and your voice will be a lot better. But if you have background noises, turn off the original sound and use the suppression of those noises. So this is an easy way to flip back and forth. Use both these functions as you see fit. Let's talk about a few other things. And I'm talking about troubleshooting. Let's say you just don't have sound. I'm going to ask. I remember in my working days, and I called the IT department, they would always ask me if it was plugged in. Well, I'm going to ask you, is your computer muted? Do you have mute on your computer? And that's just on my keyboard. I just hit the control key and I turn on and off the sound. That's one way that you could be muted. But if that's not the case, then let's look at some of the Zoom things that could be causing the problem. Of course, this little button right here could be muted or not. So you always check for that, and that's one thing that we always scramble for in the meetings, is to get out and come back in. Now, if you continue to struggle with it and your meeting's already started, maybe the best thing is to hit this up arrow button. Watch this. We hit the up arrow button and we can switch over to phone audio. So you can just forget about having audio going and just switch over to phone audio. You can pick a phone number to call, and then you can listen to the meeting, but you're still on screen, so you can listen and talk. And of course, you see it carries the passwords. So it makes it easy for you to just go ahead and get in that way. So consider that if you're struggling with your sound. Okay, that's about that's about all that I wanted to share with you today. How to get in and out and just bring up your audio quality. Because if we can't hear you, it really is the pits. We want to be able to hear you nice and clearly, and you want to be able to hear us nice and clearly. So take advantage of these audio settings in the Zoom function itself. We'll see you next time right here. You don't have to have Zoom up and running to check your audio. Once you open your desktop homepage for Zoom, you don't have to have Zoom all the way open to check your audio. You can just click on the settings key right here on your desktop application, and then we'll bring up the audio. We'll click on audio right here, and there is what we see when we're in the Zoom function itself. So you can take care of all these. You can get everything tested out prior to even attempting to start to get online. Howdy do. There you go. It's all set and ready to go. I see I have it set on high here. I'll put it on low because I don't anticipate a lot of dogs. Let's see how this sounds. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope you like these ideas on how to make you a little better as a Toastmaster in an online world.